space! Little tiny electron things. Wow, everything's so huge, but everything's so tiny. Look at how freaking small we are, but look at this. This is freaking tiny. This thing right here, this is like one animal cell. Just imagine how many of those it takes to make one of these, let alone one of these. That's right, that's a human little diver next to like a whale. Whales are freaking huge, man. Oh, and by the way, the answer is yeah, it takes a lot of those cells to make like a person, okay? Look at that number. I don't even know how to read that. I don't even know what that says. But you thought it was freaking crazy to compare the size of a whale to a human. Like, of course that's gonna be like a huge difference. Compare the size of the sun versus the earth. We're like tiny, and that thing just looks like a small dot in the sky to us, but like we're actually the tiny ones. This earth is so small. Look at that sun. But do you realize how huge we are and everything is? Look at this. This is a dog. The dog's fur has been spread out. You see those little black dots? Let's take a closer look at one of those little black dots. There it is. Look at that. Look at that in detail, from a black dot to that little organism. Look at that thing. And that thing is so tiny, you realize. Let's look at that. Look at the picture from before. That's a dot. And look at that. Look at that. And look at that. Now look at that. And look at that. And look at that. And look at that. You see how freaking huge we are compared to this little flea right here? It's freaking tiny. But let's look back at this. You see this? We're looking back at the hair. Let's look at hair. Yeah, that's hair. That hair is actually like super thick. Like you've got little flakes coming off. Like you thought your hair was thin. Look at how thick it actually is. You know what's thin? Those little flakes coming off of your hair. That's what's thin. Imagine Jupiter, you see Jupiter right there? Look at the asteroid belt. Jupiter is like your hair. Your hair is about the size of Jupiter. You have those little flakes coming off, or that little asteroid belt right there. Take a moment to look at your finger. Yeah, look at your finger. Look at all those small things. Look at the small details on your fingers as we just go deeper and deeper with this illustration right here, looking at your finger. This is all in your finger. You see how small the units of measurement are getting, because we have to have so many units of measurement. Because you see these are little cells. These are cells. We have very small units of measurement to look at this. And just like, now look at this. This is something a lot bigger. This is, you see where you are in this picture? Yeah. Now is the time to appreciate your own size, because you see this thing would freaking eat you. I don't even know what this is, but this thing would freaking eat you. Alright, you should be really thankful right now that you're not this like smaller than this thing, because it would freaking eat you. You see that? You see that mouth? Look at that mouth.
This is a mitochondrion. This is like a bunch of mitochondria will be around it. It's a mitochondrion, and it's an organelle. That's like a part of a cell, I think. But like, it is so small. And this little Minecraft creeper looking thing is a virus. You see how small this is? It's not even a living organism. It's just like some sort of structure that just happens and messes you up. Let's look at another virus. There we are. You recognize this? This is a strand, like a little worm here. This is the Ebola virus. You see how small it is? Now this little tiny little thing right here, this Ebola virus, let's see. Oh my God, look at what it can do to you. Do you see how small that was? And look what it can do to you. You see what it can do to you right now? Look at what it can do to you. Like, that thing was so small, and look at the huge effects it had. Like, you would not even be able to see the Ebola virus in this picture. And look what it done to this person right here. You can't even see because the Ebola virus is so small, but it's got effects that are so visible from like larger views. Like, oh my god. We were just talking about how small that Ebola virus would look on that arm. You wouldn't be able to see it. Now look at this. Look at this right here. This is the earth. You realize how small you would look on this earth? And now let's go even further. You see, now we've got the whole solar system. And now you see, there's the earth and the solar system. Let's go a little further. What are we even looking at here? What are we even looking at here? This is the entire Milky Way galaxy, and this is looking this other. What? You wouldn't even see the Milky Way galaxy if what you're looking at right now is the entire universe. We're looking at right now is an artistic impression of the universe because we don't got cameras big enough to get pictures of that. And this has been an educational